All right, so setting up your space, take the time to do it. Want to have one chair for sitting, and then two chairs with the backs of the chairs facing in, so that you create a little framed space. Within this framed space, we get to be on this side and lift the leg and weight shift and work on some skills on this side, and then we can switch pretty easily and work on this side. And then also later we do walking longer distance. And so these chairs then become our safety valves. So please take the time now to set this up. Get a chair on one side, chair on the other side, and a third one for sitting. And then once you got that, and if alternatively, if you only had one chair, you could, if you had a chair for sitting and one chair like this, you could throughout the class take it on this side, work on the skill, and then bring it to this side and work on the other side. You could do that. But this is the way to get the most out of the class and just flow and not have to do little scene changes and all of that. Okay, so let us get started. Okay. So we begin as we do in both the Monday and the Friday class, scooting to the front edge of the chair, hands resting on the thighs, dialing in the correct posture. Usually people have a little bit of a slouch happening in the pelvis, spilling back, the upper back kind of rounded, the head a little bit protruded, and then the chin is up. This is an exaggeration of generic bad posture that's happening. So the correction is starting from the pelvis, roll your pelvis forward, chest slightly up, chin slightly down, crown up. That creates the Taoist concept Zhong Zheng, or central upright. Once we have central upright, the important next step is Song, or soften, loosen, relax. Relax without losing this structural upright central pillar. Into that relaxed upright body, breathe in through the nose, long, smooth, and full. Out through the nose or the mouth, long, smooth, and empty. Let's do about 5 or 6 more good quality breaths. Last few breath cycles. Feel Chunwan and Qingling. Chunwan means everything that can sink down, just let it sink down. Don't hold anything in the body. And as everything that is heavy sinks down, Qingling is what's left, unencumbered, light, nimble, agile state of the body. So when we are grabbing, we're holding heaviness in the body. When we relax and allow that settling downward, that grounds us and gives us stability with the earth and makes us lighter, looser, limber, more agile in the body. Now, our first movement to help with that, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, look up, arch the back. Then settle back to neutral. Now, hands go forward past your knees, and then hollow the chest, round the back, drop the head. And then come back to vertical. And again, hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest and chin up, back bend, arch. And then settle to neutral. Slide your hands forward past your knees, hollow the chest, round the back, drop your head. And again, 3 more with the breath. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. We're getting function into all the little vertebra joints, into the hips, into the shoulders, the whole torso. Loosening up the heaviness and allowing it to settle out of the body, Chun One, leaving us in that more limber state of Qingling. Last time, arching, full arch. And then just settle to neutral. Slide your left hand forward past your knee, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders to the right, turn your head to the right, gentle twist. Back to center with the inhale. And then right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head to the left, twist. Exhale. Inhale, center. Left hand forward, right hand back. Twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Do 2 more to each side with the breath. This is similar to flossing your teeth. We floss our teeth because there's residue in the spaces between the teeth. Similarly, there's a residue in the spaces between the joints, between the layers of tissue, between the moving parts. And so when we're moving, we're helping to clean that out and make the body more functional. Now we're back to neutral. Hang the arms loosely by your side. Now from your middle, shift the weight a little more to your right buttock, and then softly bend to the right. Float your left wrist up. Lean a little more, left foot up, almost kind of fearful at the edge of the chair, and then come back to the middle, crown up top. From the middle, shift the weight a little, lean. Float your right wrist, right foot up, and back to the middle. Inhaling middle, exhale. Important part with this one is to get the feeling of falling. So we're pretty safe in the chair. Have the feeling like you're controlled fall. You're releasing yourself kind of almost dangerously. It should feel a little, again, be safe, but it should feel kind of almost scary because we're so used to holding control in our body. We want to get the feeling of letting go of that control and realizing we don't immediately just fall out of the chair into the ground. And this is the idea in Taoist practice that hydraulics, liquid, there's this liquid system that at first feels like you're letting go of control, but in fact, it's a whole other system to control. This ability to soften into movement. leaning, gently, softly, leaning, and then back to middle. Now, we have to do one more upper body thing here. So a lot of times we're holding tension here, right, in this region. That makes us top heavy. So there's multiple exercises we do. We're just going to do the arm circles here. So come forward with your arms, down low, backs of hands touch, lift your arms up to about chest level, and then a nice satisfying big open. Arms a little bit behind your body as you come down, and then just hang loose in neutral. Again, fold forward from the hips, backs of hands touch, extend forward and lift, and then this big open. Turn your palms forward, slide them down. We'll do that twice more at chest level. And again, remember, it's like flossing your teeth. You're looking for what residue is in the shoulder blades, chest, arms, upper back that we can clean out. A lot of times you'll hear little crunchy sounds, little crackly sounds of your connective tissue loosening. Now, let's go forward. Backs of hands touch. Keep going. Up, 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 out, down. And importantly here, when we go back, notice how my arms are not too far behind me. That's really important that we don't crank our arms. That can strain the joint. Right down the side. So there's all of this room in front. Let's go forward. All of this room, all of this room. But then when we get here, we don't crank the arms back too much. Just take them out, comfortably down. There's a sweet spot, a track, a movement track. Let's do that twice more. See if you can find the track so that you don't feel strained. You're not forcing your shoulder, but you're liberating your shoulder. You're liberating your upper back, your chest. You're unpacking that residue. One more. All right, now let's do that same set in reverse. Go back, out, and up to chest level. Forward at chest level together, down. Arms alongside you, sit to neutral. Back and up, forward and down, neutral. Two more, chest level. Remember hydraulics. Can you relax the body and yet find you can still move it? One more. And then finally, full range. Out, up, together, and then down in front. Three more. Smooth, relaxed movement, circular movements. And neutral. All righty, scoot back on your chair a little bit. Right knee up. Gently grab the knee, pull the leg up and in, flex the foot a little bit. Now, push. Reload. Set the foot down. Switch, other leg. Load. Use the hands to pull the leg up. then push, full extend, make sure you get fully extended, and then reload it back up and in using the hands. Use the hands, and then set that foot down. Let's do that a couple more times each leg. Load, push, load, down, switch. Function. One of the biggest concepts they focus on with Taoist practice. It's all about function. All the movements should be helping to get the brain and nervous system and joints and tissues and everything going through their functional pathways. Now, try that with no hand assistance. Load, push, load, down. Load, push, load, down. One more each. And function of the foot and ankle. We straighten the leg. Now point, flex, point and flex. And then tilt the foot a little in and out. Inversion, eversion. And circle. Reverse the circle. Set that foot down and switch. Point and flex. Tilt the foot a little bit in and out. Circle, in, around, and out. Reverse, out, around, and in. Down. Now, scoot back to the front edge of your chair all the way. Step your feet wider apart, buying a little extra real estate here. Lift your toes way up. Turn on the heels and turn the toes and knees in. So this is internal rotation from the hips. And then lift the toes, external rotation from the hips. And then again, internal, external. In, out. Internal, external. One more. Now back to neutral. Now lift the heels a little bit. Heels in, knees out. That's external rotation. Lift the heels, heels out, knees in. That's internal rotation. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. Couple more. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. And neutral. Now, from that exact same rotating space, legs don't move, fold in half. Very, very important. This is for Parkinson's folks, but beyond that, for everyone I'm working with, that as we age, for whatever reason, this area gets tight, and then people start rounding from their spine or other places in their back instead of hinge at the hips. So get very clear on freedom of movement where the legs and the hips meet. Just so important for generating force, generating power, for function of getting down on the ground, getting up from the ground. It's when you lose this pliability and mobility that the body starts shutting down different functions. So making sure to keep that every day, making sure you're opening that up. Now let's put it into practice. We got loose arms. Slide your feet back. Now hinge from the hips. Arms float a little bit in front of your ankles and just go forward a little. Now your body weight is down through the feet, and you just very easily push through the earth and get real tall up to the sky. Now to sit down, the weight stays under your feet, hip hinge, stick your butt back a little. Now when you sink, the butt sinking that way is what bends the knees rather than pushing your knees forward. That's what a lot of people do because they're not limber here. So use this as a stretch. Stick your butt back, sink down, find that chair, right? And a key to it is that you're folding and you've got your head and shoulders in front and your butt behind. So here's the middle of the scale, and we've got a balanced scale. And then you're rooting down and you bring everything into a line, but then the butt goes back, the head and shoulders have to be somewhat forward. Then you sink. So remember, we talked about the robot first. You got to treat your body like a perfect robot for a couple of rounds where you're going, okay, here, then here, and then here, and then here, here, then there, right? But then eventually that can start to flow, which I've given you guys freedom to do before. We won't do it today, but you know it, hopefully, that you can flow up, flow down, smooth it, right? All righty, standing up. Now do a couple squats like you just dropped a pen on the ground and you need to get it. So rather than being stiff here and kind of putting yourself in a scary position, hip hinge, fold the body up. Now you're near the ground. You can grab that pen or grab your glasses or whatever drop and then pick them up and bring them up with you. So do that 3 more times where you go like a robot, hinge, fold, rise, neutral. But one thing we add is right here, hips forward. So making this shape, push those hips forward. Neutral. Hips back like a robot. Sink, rise, hips forward, neutral. Hips back, sink, rise, hips forward, and neutral. Now stay neutral. You got your chair on your right side. Come turn and stand in front of that chair. Fingertips on the chair for safety. Vertical line through the body. From your middle, just tip a little forward. So notice what I'm not doing now. I'm not bending. I do no bending at all. I just slightly lean the body forward and then back to the middle and then do the same thing, slightly leaning back so you get the weight in the heels. So see if you can find this trajectory of movement, this range of movement into your toes, middle, heels. Now stay in your toes and lift your heels. Lower your heels and rock back to the heels and hands on the chair, lift your toes. Down, rock forward and lift your heels. Down, rock back and lift your toes. 2 more. Up and back. And again, using the chair for safety. Up and back. All right, now place the heels of your hands on that chair. Walk your feet back. And from that same joint that I was just talking about, the hips, stick your butt way back and stretch, folding in half at the hips. This is basically downward facing dog. And then lift the chest a little. Bring your hips a little bit forward. Let me do that one more time. Hip hinge, hips way back. And chest up, hips forward. Walk. Straighten up. Turning face forward. Take a step back from your chair. So again, how I'm teaching is based on this setup that I've talked to you about already. One chair, back of chair facing in. Other chair, back of chair facing in. Space inside. So now we're over near your right side chair. Now no hands. From your middle, shift the weight a little over to the left and sink through your left leg. Lift your right heel and get to the tip of the shoe. Put the heel back down with no body weight in it, and then shift over to the right leg. Sink down through that leg a little bit. Lift the left heel, get to the tippy toe. Put the heel down. Shift. Down through the leg. So one of the sayings is the primary direction is down, down. So even though I'm headed over now to the right leg, I'm not doing, it's like 20% lateral and 80% down, sinking, letting the leg be like a spring. Tippy toe. So we're going a little bit over to the leg, but most of it is, can you let the leg take the body weight so that this leg is empty? Now, fingertips on the chair, lift that empty foot off the ground, place it down empty, shift the weight over above the right leg, sink through it, get to your left tippy toe and float the foot off the ground. Place it down. Some of you might feel confident you want to try this with no hand or just a touching of the chair. That's fine, right? Where you just work on teacup on your head, moving from the middle, body relaxed but aligned. And a lot of times what gets people in trouble is prematurely pulling the foot off the ground. So take that time to go over, sink, really get all committed to one leg. That sets you up for success here with the lifting. Now, take your weight into your right leg, hand on the chair for sure, and let's bring this left knee all the way up and then all the way down. When you put it down, no body weight. Lift the same leg up again, down again. So Altenberg, use a chair if you would. Why? Not because you can't do this and hold yourself with tension, but you're training the wrong thing. You're training grabbing onto your body. So put your hand on the chair and actually use it enough to allow you comfortable, relaxed, up, down, up, and also don't go down into your foot like that. Keep it totally empty. So use the chair to allow you to experience the freedom of Tai Chi movement. So it's intelligent to use the chair. And if you don't, you're training the wrong thing. You're training tension and gripping, right? And limited function. Now switch. Shift all the weight into your left leg. Sink down through that left leg. Right leg should feel emptier, lighter. And then it's lift and down. Lift, down. Lift, down. Lift, down. Let's do another set of exactly the same thing. Shift over. Maybe here, instead of really leaning on that chair, you're just touching it. Maybe it's just a tip of a finger so that 99.9% is no chair at all. But sometimes just that psychological support gives us the ability to relax a little. Switch again. Shift. The weight's down in the earth. Chun one, so that this leg can be light and nimble. Chingling. And then finally, use the chair either just psychologically or more, but let's switch each time. One, down, shift. Up, down, shift. You got your middle, you got your teacup, you got yin and yang. Yin is earth, yang is the heavens. Yin is consolidated, yang is expressive. heavy and light, empty and full. Now, put all your weight in your left leg, and you guys keep facing straight ahead. I turn sideways sometimes so you can see depth perception and see some angles. So now, put all your weight in your left leg and place your right heel in front of you with the toe up. Then bring that foot next to the other foot, switch. Now your left foot should be empty. Put the heel out with the toe up. Bring the foot back. Switch. Bring it back. Shift. Switch. So when it's time to take a walk forward, the first thing you do is not pick up your foot and fall into it, which is what most people do. Instead, you sink down through one of the legs right where you are and put that foot in front, ready for you. Let's do that one more time. Now, put your right foot in front. You got your chair on your right side. Shift the weight down through that right leg. Notice you moved forward because you committed to a foot that was in front of you, but you didn't have to lean forward or do anything funny in the body. Same thing going backwards. You just go down through the leg, your body moves back, and then you go down through the leg, your body moves forward. Down through the leg, your body moves back. Down. Now, this one you can think that you're committing completely one leg, then the other, but now we want to prove it. Fingertip touch the chair, front leg, lift, lower the heel softly, and then shift. Now, this back leg should be empty, soft bend to the knee. And Altenberg, notice I didn't bring my knee forward. I didn't do this for this one. It's just this. And touch the toe down. And then shift back. Once you've committed to your left leg from the hip, so no bend to the knee, just lift that front leg from the hip and down and commit. And then just a little bend to the knee, touch the toe down, shift. The weight sinking through the left leg as you lift the right down, and then the weight sinking through the right leg as you can softly bend the left knee. Now use the chair again to go up, down softly, shift. Now this back leg, forward and up, all the way up, reach the toe behind you and shift. Front leg is empty from the hip and the knee, just fold it, softly elongate it, shift. Then this back leg, forward and up, softly elongate it back, touch the ground, commit your middle down. Once you're plugged into the earth, this is free. And then once you're plugged into the earth, this one's free. If you're not plugged in, that's where you get in trouble. People get over there, they think they're plugged in, then they yank this off the ground, and they're not really stable yet because they're tense. So this loose, soft, relaxed quality, that's Tai Chi. Now, feet together, side step. Get over to this chair. Put all your weight in your right leg, left foot empty, step, bring it back, change. So just go to that exercise. Try to get really good at this. This is a great one to practice. It's also a great dance move. 1 and 2, 1, 2, right? But it's functional. The key is I'm about to walk forward. I don't go forward like this. I go down here so that I can step. And then I go down here so that I move. And then down here. Down here. Down. Down. Fingertip touch the chair, lift, lower, shift. And then like a little flamingo, just a little bend to the knee, down, shift. This has to be empty. If empty, it should be able to lift, lower, and shift. Now, if this one's full and this one's actually empty, it should just be able to lift and lower, no problem. Shift. So it's the tension that is the problem. The relaxation allows for limber, fluid, hydraulic movement. First, of course, it feels less stable to relax. When we're so accustomed to grabbing, it's a little scary. So that's why the chair is very valuable. And then let's go full range. All the way. Softly down. Shift. This leg. All the way up in front. Reach it behind. Shift. Let the weight get down completely so that this one is free. And then let it get all the way down. So this one's free. All the way down. Switch sides again. Back to the first side. Put all your weight in your left leg, right heel in front. Now we go down, step, down. So 2 steps forward, and then down, step, down. Again, down, step, down. Commit to that front leg completely. Get all the way in it, and then down, step, down. Shift. Step your left foot with no weight, and then put all the weight in the left leg. So you move forward that little extra bit. Good. And then down, you move back, you step, and then you go down again, and you move even further back. One more like that. Down, step, down. Down, step, down. Now use the chair for safety. So you go lift, lower, shift, back leg empty, up and over. Shift, flamingo, down. Shift. Now this leg, float up, tuck, soft and long. Then commit from your middle, down. This leg empty, float. Commit. So you moved forward, you're rooted. Now this leg is free to do many things. One of them is step over something. That's the one we're working on. But it's that freedom could go into many different directions. Martial arts, dancing, different movements, change of direction. But the same trick is, did you actually commit? And then did you actually commit? Or are you stuck somewhere in between? Now, finally, full range. Use the chair. Go all the way up, all the way down. Shift. And then full range here, we go heel to butt, knee to chest, leg extend, then lower, then shift. And then knee all the way up. Reach back. Shift. This leg up, tuck, reach it back, shift. And then this leg up. Let's do that again. Full range. Our middle, crown, our stability coming from being soft and loose. If you get the down right and you keep the down, many things become possible with your body. One more. and switching side. Level one. So it's all the weight in your right leg, left foot in front. Shift, step, shift again. Shift, step, shift again. Shift, step, shift again. Down, step, down. So it's the down that moves us forward like wheels. Wheel, wheel, wheel. Level two. Lift, lower, shift, step over, shift, flamingo, shift back, up, tuck, reach, shift, lift, lower, shift, step over, shift, flamingo, shift, step, shift. Full range, up, down, shift, heel, knee, foot, down, shift, knee up, back, shift, up, tuck, reach, shift, full range. All the while your middle pillar is just hanging out, right? It's just along for the ride. So you're basically in meditation position inside the body, while the outside of the body has all this function, but inside you're just floating along. Now, when that's all stuck together, everything's pulled and clumsy. But when we're relaxed, you can actually feel, floating, freedom. Sort of like swimming in your own juice, right? Swimming in your own fluid. That's what's possible with the body. Now, come stand on the far left of your space. Aim down range. You got a big old runway. And level one walk. Backwards. Starting small, conservative, comfortable. This time, do it again and count how many steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, down, down. It's the down that makes you able to step. Now, it took me 7 or 8 steps. I'm going to just try to increase my range a little bit to get fewer number of steps for the same distance. That's speeding up. Speeding up isn't faster and more steps. That's actually slowing down. Speeding up is slowing down and being longer. All right, I just covered that distance in 3 foot moves. And then same thing back. 1, longer stride, 2, longer stride, 3. So how do I get a longer stride? How do you get a longer stride? It isn't grabbing and lurching unsafely out. It's being so well grounded here that you feel comfortable reaching further and then committing down. And you got to be comfortable here. You can't be falling here if you want to comfortably take a long stride and then comfortably take a long stride. So it's the exact same skill of, did you actually Zhong Zheng, central upright, Song, relax, Chung Wan, get the weight to the ground, and Qingling, use the lightness to move. Not grabbing and yanking, but use the lightness to move, and then make that full, and make that full, and make that full. All right? So Again, we only have our hour that we have to practice, but these videos exist. If I were in your shoes, I'd be doing them every day. I'm not in your shoes, and I do this stuff every day. But in my mind, just every day, tuning up, loosening up, and then working on long stride, loose, fluid movement, Tai Chi. It's just the way to retain function into our hundreds, right? Now, turn and face forward. Let's do a little sideways walk. Out and in. First, we just work on same thing. Zhong, body upright. Song, relax. Chunwan, the weight is down here. Qingling, nimble. Put that foot out. Now, change which one is Chunwan or soft, sunken, heavy. Get over here and then get back and then get back. So the feet stay separate and you just work on down through here, moved you sideways, down through here, moved you sideways. And there's no need to lean or lurch or push your body that way. None of that's required. You just sink, sink, sink. Now, stay in your right, bring the empty left foot in and out. Now, bring the left foot in, keep it in, down through your left, so the right foot's empty. And then down through your right, so your left foot's empty. Down, down. Notice only a little bit of movement in space because the feet are so close together, but still down 100%, down 100%, down. Now, down through the left, the right foot's empty, step. Down through the right, you move sideways, bring the left foot in, step. Down, step. Down, step. The other way. Step, down, step, down, step, down, step. And I always like starting to add the Tai Chi upper body movements when we're doing sideways walking. It's the easiest time to get the feel. So we've got shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Step, shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Step, right? Step, hands are still here, body's still turned, weight is still here. Step, right? Then it's shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Left foot should be empty. Step, it's still empty so that we can go shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Right foot is empty, step. Shift and turn, brush, and sweep. Left foot is empty, step. Shift and turn, brush, and sweep. Right foot empty, step. 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 So we're still traveling to the right. When you run into the end of your runway, then we go in with the left, out with the left. Now we're ready to go shift and turn, brush and sweep. Step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. And don't worry too much about the specifics of the hands at the moment, but do try and get them soft and long, right? So if they're stuck like this, try to release them long. So let that be your main goal is cooked noodles, right? Or octopus limbs or whatever other visual allows you to take your arms out of this jammed up thing where we're kind of doing this to loose. Shift and turn and loose. And remember the arm moves from here, from the shoulder to get across. So it's not stuck. over there. And then now let's add a little challenge here. So bring your left arm up. Your right hand is down. So it's shift, turn, brush knee, swat the fish. Now step the left foot in. Left hand goes down and right hand goes up. All three of those things in one moment. Then it's shift and turn, brush knee, and swat the fish. Now as you step your right foot out, the hands go high and low switch. Then it's shift and turn, brush knee, and swat. As your hands are changing high and low, bring the left foot in. Shift the weight into the left leg, turn the body, brush and swat. As the hands are changing, step your right foot out. Again, shift and turn, brush and swat. Bring the left foot in as your hands change. Then shift and turn, brush and swat. The hands go down, switch as the right foot steps out. One more, shift and turn, brush and swat. Bring that left foot in and back out. Have your left hand low, your right hand high. Let's go back. Shift, turn, brush, swat. Bring the right foot in as your hands change high to low. Then shift and turn, brush and swat. Step your left foot out as your hands change. Shift and turn, brush and swat. Bring your right foot in as your hands change. Shift and turn, brush and swat. Step your left foot out as your hands change. Shift and turn, brush and swat. Bring your right foot in as your hands change. So Sullivan, get your right hand down, left hand up, and make sure you keep that left hand up. That's one of the things you lose. Sometimes you drop your left hand. So turn, brush, and swat. And then very clearly, change. Step. Shift and turn. Brush, swat. In, out. And then just wash, wash. Set. Wing roll, fold. Settle hands to the belly. Cross, down. Come stand in between your two chairs. Put all the weight down through your left leg. Right leg empty, turn it out. Shift down through your right leg, and then turn the body and bring your left foot to match. 90-degree turn to the right. Let's do it again to the right. Weight down through your left leg, right foot empty, turn the foot out. And then shift the weight into your right leg, turn your body to match that direction. And now you should be facing 180 degrees away from the camera. Do it again. 100% in the left leg so your right foot can turn out. Put all the weight down through the right leg so the left foot's now free to step, the body turns. You turn another 90 degrees or so. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees. Don't worry about the degrees. Down through your left leg, maybe you just turn 45 degrees open. And then shift and bring it around. Put the weight in the left leg. That allows you the freedom to turn open the right leg. And then commit to the right leg and bring the left foot to match it. Go around again. Speed is not your friend. Slow down, soften, relax. See if you can really get some of that fearful, cautionary tension to soften. Some of it, of course, is keeping you protected, right? It's holding you together. But a lot of it's just acting sort of like an impediment to function. It's just jamming things together. So just keep going. You should be turning around to your right. Turning around to your right. And remember, down is the key. So even though you're rotating in space, there shouldn't be this swinging yourself around. It should just be down through one leg, which allows you to open, down through that leg, which then you come back together. Down, open, down, close. Down and open, down and close. Switch directions. So now the weight has to be down through your right leg so your left foot can turn. And then shift, bring the right foot. And the saying in Tai Chi is separate empty and full. Separate them completely. So it's better to take slower, fewer steps, but be really clean. So I could, and I'd win the race if the race was get around the fastest, but I'd be training the totally wrong thing, just kind of yanking on the body, right? So slow down, go into your right leg, softly, relaxedly open the left, and then bring that right foot around. And then very clearly, 100% in the right, clearly open that empty left foot, and then clearly bring that around. And then the good news is if you get very good at this one, it's way faster eventually because it's just this down, turn down, boom, and I'm there. So, but you got to relax to find a way through. Any tension blocks it. Relax, turn, turn, turn. Now, to the degree that you can, this one's a little weird. This one makes a little more sense. This one, turn in, right? So from neutral all the way to this, this one empty, turn the foot in, turn the, and empty your right foot and turn the right foot in, pigeon toe, and then shift the right leg, and now I've gone and turned. This is and more weights in the left. And again, it can be 30 degrees. It doesn't have to be too big. It can just be a little bit shift. But if you're separating full and empty, turn, you're training the right thing, empty and full, relaxation. It could be 10-degree turn. But if you're separating empty and full, you're really starting to find your middle pivot. Switching directions. You, you do movements like this, but in normal movement, it's not assigned to. So again, all the way in the right, your left empty, turn in a few degrees, shift onto it, you've reoriented this way. In the right, your left foot turn, and now you reorient. Shift, turn. And then to finish, let's put them together all the way in the left leg. Turn your right leg out. And you put all the weight in the right leg of the left foot. So now you've gotten even further than a 90 foot movement. So you could eventually get 180 degrees in 2 foot movements. Turn. So do that to whatever degree you can. Could be 30 degrees this, 30 degrees this, and you've gone whatever your amount is. Could be less, but empty and full, reorienting your direction in the room. And then switch directions. Pigeon toe the right, externally rotate the left. Internally rotate the right, externally rotate the left. Good. Internally rotate, externally rotate. Again, how's the teacup? Right on top, just floating around. All righty, and facing forward, closing, settling, palms together, rub palms. Back of one hand, palm. Back of other hand, palm. Groin, hip flexors, tail, lower back, butt back, sit the buttocks, sweep down the outer channels, around the feet to the inner channels, come all the way up the inner channels to the belly, and then up the outer right arm, turn the palm up, down the inner right arm, and off. Do that twice more on the right arm. Up, down, up, down, and switch. Outer, inner, outer, inner, outer. Bounce. Any last residue shook out. Close the whole practice. Seal the practice. 1, 2. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Hope to see you on Friday for the upper body Tai Chi choreography class, learning all the different moves. Any questions about today or Tai Chi in general? You have to unmute in order to be heard.
How do I pay you?
So basically, PD Active takes care of me, and you donate to PD Active when and how much you can.
Okay, great.
So if
Thanks.
you look up pdactive.org, all that info should be right there.
Great. Thanks.
Any questions, Cameron?
No, I
Okay,
think
cool.
we're taken care of.
Right on,
Thanks.
man. All righty, y'all. See you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Bye, Mark.